Hello and welcome back. Last time we rescued Kryle and then blew a big hole into the gate of Alamigo. Now it's time to actually invade the city. But like all dungeons, we will pause the recording while we wait for the queue because otherwise you'll just be sitting here looking at me stand here and do nothing for however long it takes. Alright, we are back and ready to go into this dungeon. Finally. Only took 30 minutes of waiting. I was just about to give up on the duty finder and try it solo. Let's see how this goes. Got a Dark Knight for our tank, White Mage for our healer, Summoner for our other damage. Dark Knight's doing big pulls, cool. That big flash of white you keep seeing is the White Mage casting Hold. That stuns enemies, which comes in handy. If they're stunned, they can't hurt us. Of those. Then some more enemies come up over the wall. Summoners Comet. Go. No. Friendly person will blow up the wall for us. Thank you, friendly person. Here's our first boss. Big Magitech Scorpion. Targeting thing is just slow enough to be able to outrun. the boots. I've pulled Dread off of the tank by hitting these enemies harder than the tank did. It's fine. I just have to bring it back to the tank. I don't like using the more powerful of my dances for a boss. It has a longer cooldown, but when the tank is pulled this many enemies together, that seems to be the smart move. Especially since our summoner apparently died and released back to the beginning instead of sticking around to be rezzed. So I've got to do a big chunk of the damage myself. But that's the dangers of a big pull. It's usually worth the risk, though, to just get everything together and kill it all at once. Standing still. Now, this boss is that mad scientist who did all of the experiments on Kyle. So we're gonna kill him nicely. Good.
I shall have to share these findings.
We're not gonna share any findings.
Initiate soul extraction.
Initiate what?
Success.
Okay, so we've got to get back to our bodies, avoiding those claws and the lasers.
The soul rebels.
And once we're back to our bodies, we can start tapping again.
My word, this data!
This is actually the first time I've ever made it back without getting grabbed by one of the claws. Because, like all games that let you change your outfit, fashion is true in the game. So, in addition to fighting enemies here, we gotta break the barrier things so that we can get through. Mean to use dance again, but hit the wrong button. Oh well. Should have plenty of time for the cooldown to reset for the boss. Colossi? It's Colossi, right? Defeated them. And who's the boss? Tony Danza. Time to fight Xenos. So what he's done there is turned the arena into a circle instead of a square.
Red!
Making the outside of it dangerous.
Kill!
Oh, something.
Let this moment last forever.
Teleported to one of his images that he had out. Very rude of him.
Kill!
Okay. So what he's done
Yes!
is put out swords, and they're going to do a bunch of charging up. The idea is to get rid of them. Kill the swords before he finishes casting whatever it is he's casting.
More!
We've got 2 down.
Have you the strength?
There we go. Then he jumps to all of the
The
swords.
power to transcend.
They don't do nearly as much damage as any when since we've knocked them down. Summoner's doing the limit break. There we go. Of course, he's running away. Oh, no little victory fanfare. Oh. I guess I got everything because everyone left the party. I got all the loot. Come on. There it is. Some people leave dungeons real quick if they're not here for the story. Nice eyeshadow, bro.
Yes! Yes!
Oh, someone sent me a
Such
friend request.
ferocity. Such tenacity. I am loath to recall how disappointed I was when first we fought. But finally, after bathing in the blood and offal of your enemies, finally you prove yourself worthy prey for the hunt. It fills you even now, doesn't it? The hunger to bite down on my jugular, to feel the warmth fill your mouth and run over even as you drink deep. Good. Good. This is the beast I have longed to face.
Have you tried therapy?
As you sharpen your claws, I too sought newfound strength. But this is no place for a final contest. Come! The heavens shall bear witness to our dance.
Ooh, the rooftop. Look what he found.
Welcome to the Royal Menagerie. The King of Ruin built this place for his foreign queen. He kept it filled with familiar creatures from her homeland. They bored me all. This fine specimen, on the other hand, is simply divine. Your fates are entwined, are they not, Icon Slayer? This dragon, this Embodiment of unbridled despair, born of a desperate man's burning hatred for the Empire. How raw the raging tempest that churns within its breast. No myth made manifest this, but a being of pure violence. Mayhap you are the true architect of our design. You who fought the very soul of vengeance to the edge and watched him fall. You who let slip the Allegan hound to drive this icon into my arms. Oh my, have I said too much? Forgive me, this sensation is wholly unfamiliar to me. A question, then, and I should like very much for you to speak from the heart. If I were to stand aside, what would you do to this icon?
I'd kill it. That's what I do.
Ah, as simple as that. But of course, you are the Icon's slayer. Such certainty is to be expected. A pity. There is another alternative. Or there would be. Had you only mastered your ability. I speak of the Echo, of course. Does it merely render you immune to iconic influence, or is it rather that your influence is far greater than theirs? Granted, these implications are of no moment to a savage who thinks only of killing the beast before him. But when I read Van Belsar's reports, I immediately saw the boundless potential of the Echo. I saw how it could be instrumental in binding an icon to one's will. Hence my research and a resonant. All icons must be exterminated without exception. Such was the imperial mandate issued by my great-grandfather, after he saw firsthand the destruction wrought by one such being. They are a blight upon this star, he felt. And so he began his great and just crusade. Ha! 'Twas not justice which spurred his campaign, but fear! Fear of the Icons! Fear of their power! Cowardice made them march forth to battle. Pathetic. Man should fight for the joy of it. To live, to eat, to breed. Lesser beasts snap and howl at one another for this. Only man has the wisdom and the clarity to embrace violence for its own sake. For we who are born into this merciless, meaningless world have but one candle of life to burn. I know you understand this. You and I are one and the same. Together, we could while away the quiet hours as friend and confidant. If you will accept me.
Are you flirting with me? I deny you.
And yet, in doing so, you prove me right. We are warriors. 'Twas plain from the first how this would end. You live for these moments, when all hangs in the balance. When the difference between life and death is but a single stroke. I live for them too! This is who we are, my friend! This is all we are! Alamigo and Doma and Golemald be damned!
Sir, why did you just deactivate Omega's binding?
We tower above the gods. You by your gift, I by my might. And before the resonant, the gods shall be made to kneel.
I don't like the look of this.
An ending to mark a new beginning.
Wow. Oh, someone sent me a friend request. Yes. I accept your friend request. Time to go fight Shinryu. / Xenos. And here we will pause again for the queue. Finally. Took like 40 minutes. Come on, healer. Come on. Get ready. Yes! I was researching how to solo that too. Just in case. My first time through this, waiting for this fight took forever too. But what's funny is if I do the roulette, I get this all the time. It's only when I want to do it. Time to fight Shinryu / Xenos. And the dance partner, the Reaper. Okay, where everybody moves. Tidal wave pushing off. Akmorn is an attack that repeats itself. Extend in the water for his Hellfire. And that keeps us from taking any damage. scan as far to the edge of those glowing bits as we can. The spready purple things. Looks like the middle is going to be the safest spot. This one. And he's birthing little baby dragons, I guess. He's only got 3 waves of dragons. Yeah. That doohickey. Now he's put us in chains, and it's going to give us this active time maneuver, which means we hit as many buttons as we can as fast as we can until we fill the bar. And if we don't do it in time, we die. Like some of them. Some of them you have to hit buttons for the whole time to keep the bar from emptying. Oh, and it was a healer who died. That's great. Get out of that. Takes a lot of damage when you break his tail. That wing is gonna shoot, so we get away from it. Don't want to be on. See where the tail landed? It cracked the stage, and you don't want to stand there because if the tail lands on a cracked spot again, it falls away. And then you fall to your death. Oh, someone's pushing me away. Don't want to be pushed away. 2 people fell off. For fights like this, sometimes you save the 3-bar limit break for the healers, because at 3 bars, the healer limit break resurrects the whole group at full health without the usual weakness debuff that you get for being resurrected. Bits fell away. We did it. We have defeated Shinryu / Xenos. When this fight first came out, it was super hard. But gear has gotten better over time. We commend the only person left in here. And let's see what the cutscene has in store for us. Ooh. Clonk. Meanwhile, we just teleport.
Are you all right? Xenos.
Why aren't you dead?
The hunter has indeed become the hunted. And yet, there is only joy. Transcendent joy that I have never known. How invigorating, how pure this feeling.
Is that what this was all about? All the meaningless death and destruction, so you could feel something?
Meaningless. Men die that others may live. Those who survive are stronger for it. Not that you could ever understand. To have stood upon this great stage of fools. To have played my part to perfection. Oh, this moment. Let it be enshrined in eternity. My heart beating out of time. So clear, so vivid, so real. Coward!
Stop!
Farewell, my first friend. My enemy.
Okay. That's a thing normal people do.
Where is he?
He's dead. By his own hand.
Then justice has been done.
No. There's no justice in that rabid animal's end.
Liberty or death. That so many should be forced to take up this creed to defeat such madness.
We won. Forget him. The living have need of us now.
Stand tall, Lys. Now is the time to raise a cheer for all who fought for freedom. A cheer loud enough to carry to the highest heavens.
You're right. Thank you. Without you... well, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do it together. For Alamigo!
just kind of enjoying the moment.
In crimson it began, and in crimson it ended. And then we were free.
There's Fordola.
But what is freedom, really? We may be free to live, to love, to grow old, to have dreams and desires, and to strive for them. But in the end, we're defined by the legacy our forefathers bequeathed to us. Even Xenos was once a baby in the cradle, innocent and pure. He was made into a creature that lived only for death, not born one. "20 years of Imperial rule have left Ala Mhigo torn and bleeding. It won't be easy to heal a generation's worth of wounds, to bridge the gap. But I won't give up, Papalimo. I won't.
She is doing a lot of walking.
Because I remember the price of freedom. I remember the smoke, and the ashes, and the blood. I remember the screams, and the silence. And I'll do whatever it takes to honor their sacrifice, to build a home for us all. I promise you. This is the end. The end of the Imperial province of Ala Mhigo, and the rebirth of Ala Mhigo, the free nation. Long may she endure.
It's the scrolly bit. We skip the scrolly bits.
Well, well, well. What a fine mess we've made. All but spent feeding that primal, eh? Well, you won't be making any mischief with that amount of ether. Still, better safe than sorry.
There we go. No more eyes.
There. There ends your hateful legacy.
Oh, hey, Varys. It's over. My condolences for your loss. A father should not outlive his son. I don't know whose voice that is, honestly. What nonsense. Oh. You do not mourn his loss? You surprise me, your radiance. He was your son and heir, and an irreplaceable test subject. I know what he was. Monsters are not made for thrones. Nor are stars made to sustain false gods who suck on their very essence. Icons summoned by desperate savages who hearken to the whispers of shadowless charlatans. Should you raise a hand against my black-robed brethren, I will not stop you. Our desires are one and the same. Preservation, restoration. Compression, resurrection. All is in service to your one true God. And when the sundered shards are made whole, will there be a place for us mere mortals? Doubt my claims and question my motives if you will, your radiance. You will come to trust me in time. Until then, mayhap you will find this reassuring. How dare you? Not sure what's going on there. Oh, talk to Lise. We did it! We liberated Alamigo. I don't know what to say. I don't even know how to feel about it all. Relief, I suppose. Pride. And hope, too. We did it, Father. Ida, Papalymo, Conrad, Methrid, Minfilia. We really did it. Hey, don't feel like you have to stand here listening to me mumble. No one else will want to talk to you. You beat him, after all. You're the real hero of this story. So run along and take your plaudits. Watch this. Embrace. I can do this one too. Alright, let's talk to my adoring fans. Oh, you Geary. For you to best Xenos, even after he had harnessed the power of a primal, is a testament to your ever-growing strength. Not bitter to have had your vengeance stolen from you by another? There is some small regret, perhaps, but that is outweighed by the satisfaction I find in his death. I commend you, Oscar. As should we all. Xenos was a monster and a tyrant. A man who killed my father and countless other of my countrymen. The world is a better place without him. I should also praise Master Elfino for his foresight and restraint. Had he not intervened, I might never have had the pleasure of being reunited with Hakuro and his Lupin brothers. 'Twas a timely intervention, aye. Full glad am I, not to have been burdened with the guilt of killing my Lord Yen's most trusted allies. Ha! Indeed, my friend, indeed. I think everybody else is up here. Probably. Elfino. After all we've been through, I really should know better than to worry, but as ever, the relief I felt upon finding you hale and whole in the royal menagerie well nigh reduced me to tears. Warrior of Light, victorious again. I should be surprised if some small part of you had not come to resent the title and responsibilities which accompany it. You must forgive us if we call you hero when you accomplish heroic feats. But as the Warrior of Light goes, so goes the world. You should take pride in the good you have done, and in the good you have inspired others to do. You are a natural-born leader of men, Oscar. All these people weren't just following their commanders. They were following you. And you led them to victory, to freedom. Alas, not everyone could see the journey through to its end. But history shall remember them, and the glorious future they made possible. Nago? Can you believe it? We won! We beat the bastards! Al amigo! Al amigo! Sorry, I got a bit carried away there, didn't I? It's hard not to, you know. We owe it to the friends we buried to shout and scream and cheer with all our hearts. I want them to know it wasn't for nothing. That it's finally over, and they can rest in peace. You hear the lads? We'll be alright. We'll be... Oh, bugger, not again. I'm so bleeding happy I could cry. Ban? The hero of the hour. I suppose we'll have to add Liberator to your titles. With their commander fallen and the remainder of the 12s chose to surrender to our forces. After 20 long years, it's official. The occupation is ended. But now the hard work starts. Though the people have had their fill of kings, there's no clear consensus on what sort of government they would prefer instead. Indeed, Father, momentous as this achievement may be, the road which lies before us is no less uncertain than the one we have walked. Aye, aye. Yet if we can overcome 2 decades of oppression, I've no doubt we can find a way forward. Thank you, Oscar, for helping to make this dream a reality. Now back to Lise. Hello, Lise. Finished your rounds? Great. In that case, I'd like you to come with me, back to Ralger's Reach. Okay. Not for a rematch or anything, sadly. I want to call all the scions together. I'll explain later. There she is. I don't even know where to begin.
We've been through a lot together, haven't we? I can't thank you enough. There's something I need to say to you all. That is, if you have a moment. Good. You're all here. Good. Good. Thank you doesn't really suffice, does it? I'm grateful. Truly grateful from the bottom of my heart. But I know you didn't fight so hard just to hear me or anyone else say that. You fought because you wanted to help, because you believed it was right. Because you're scions. Now, I'm obviously a scion, but as Conrad left me in charge of things here, I also have responsibilities to Alamigo. When I put it like that, though, I realized I couldn't even pretend to be impartial anymore. So it seemed best to make it official. As long as I serve Alamigo, I can't be a scion. It might be selfish and short-sighted, but that's my decision.
Am I to understand that you summoned us all, some of us still nursing wounds, to hear this?
Damn, Y'shtola.
Oh, I didn't,
Forgive me, Lise. 'Twas but a jest.
Wow. Alright then.
But this I say with the utmost sincerity. Scion or no, we are comrades, now and ever after. Is that not so?
Smiles all around.
There you have it. Come what may, you may count on us in your hour of need. We shall never refuse you.
Y'shtola. Oh, gods. I swore I wouldn't cry.
Come back here, you slippery little devil. Ah, to think fishing could be so difficult.
He sounds familiar.
What greater proof of a man's lingering mortality than an empty belly? A fate worse than death. Fie on it. To have arrived at the appointed place and time only to survive by mere force of habit. Truly, the Kami are not finished with us yet. Oh, capricious fortune. How you test me with this wretched soul.
I mean, you don't have to look after her. This is indeed the work of either Shinryu or Omega. And since there is undeniably something down there radiating a massive amount of energy, which cannot very well be the late Viceroy's lap dragon, yes, I think we have our suspect. Well, this is a mess of our own making, so it falls to us to clean it up. It won't be easy, but it never is. But is it ever, I think. And now comes the part where you say you've got no choice but to divert company resources and employees to this pet project of yours, Lost profits and belligerent clients be damned. Financial considerations notwithstanding, you have to admit there is an unquantifiable benefit in giving our people the opportunity to study such advanced technology. Oh, is it before or after you blow it up or seal it away? Fine, fine. But the moment I judge this little venture an unsustainable risk to the ironworks, I'm ending it, savvy? And, to keep you honest, using my authority as deputy president, I've gone ahead and brought in a consultant, a master engineer and mechanical genius. You didn't. Of course there's a thunderstorm. When? Come now, you mustn't build their expectations too high. It'll be less dramatic when I surpass them. Oh no, absolutely not. This is not happening. Nero Tolskeva, eager to begin his first day as a loyal member of the Ironworks team. Looking forward to working with you, Garland. So fell the hunter, but what of the hound? So rose the children, but what of the something? It went away too fast. Fathers? So that there's the end of the main portion of Stormblood. Quick little thing about what Sid and Nero were doing. That hole is where Omega fell. Like Alexander from at the end of Heavensward, it's a series of raids, and it's a side story that we're gonna skip for now. Maybe go back and do side stories like that after we've made it through the whole main story. Important bits to know going forward about Omega is that it is not in fact Allegan. It's an alien from a race of aliens that replaced all of their organic bits with machine bits, and that particular member of that alien race is the one who chased Midgardsormr and his eggs from their home planet and followed Midgardsormr here to this planet, and then we beat it up a lot. And that will end this video, and when we come back, we'll be getting into the post-Stormblood, pre-Shadowbringers patch content.